Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success. This week, we're going to go through the power of referrals, many different ways that we can cultivate referrals and say thank you. And the magic is in thank you. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for a couple people to log in here. I am going to share this to the Marketing 101 group. If you're not on Marketing 101 for chiropractors, what are you doing? You got to be on there. It's a free group. If you're a chiropractor, you're automatically allowed to join. Just answer the questions on there so we can stay in touch, and you're automatically part of the group. So look it up, be part of that. But yeah, the power of thank you and what it can do for referrals. A couple questions popped up recently about that. I thought it'd be a great episode for Adjusting Success. Reach out to me at any time with any questions you have. These Adjusting Success are made for you to get some live coaching. The nice thing is that you can ask questions, and we usually get through them every week within 30 minutes. It's pretty awesome. The questions do get answered, and you have in real time. So if you just need an answer, save it for Monday night, hop on YouTube Live, and ask the question. We can answer it right here live. That's great. I don't get all the feeds here, so I'm always looking down at the comment section to see if I'm missing anything on LinkedIn, YouTube, and our Facebook group. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, it's that. There we go. So cultivating referrals, the power of thank you. I mean, when you get a referral, what do? I mean, we say the best running practice is a referral-based practice or a word-of-mouth practice, and that is absolutely correct. If you can sustain enough referrals to maintain or even grow a practice base, that is probably the best business you can possibly run is word of mouth. My dad owned a construction company when I was a kid, and he tried marketing, but he really ran on word of mouth marketing. People just refer. Now, this is before the internet, right? Before searching for things. So flyers, he tried yellow page ads, he tried all these things for advertising on the side. But at the end of the day, when he got referrals, that's amazing. That's the best way to build a business. And that goes across the board. So what are you doing for the best streamline in your business? Are you taking it for granted? You probably are. And that's why I thought, hey, let's do a video and stop taking these things for granted. But what are some things that you can do? Of course, we want to stay within the guidelines and regulations of every state and every province, and we want to make sure we're not breaking any rules. You cannot offer as a marketing device any gifts for any type of referrals. Refer us your kids, or refer us your neighbors, or refer us your friends, and we'll get XYZ. That is a big no-no. Can't do that. So that always comes up when we talk about saying thank you. But if you have arbitrary thank yous that you give out, that is perfectly fine, as long as it's not a systematized thing that you do or market and people know of. Then it's perfectly fine to say thank you. Yes, you can say thank you. Yes, you can give a card in the mail. Yes, you can put a gift card in that card in the mail. Yes, that gift card can be something pretty cool too. It can be that. So here's what we do in our office. I think it works really, really well. And it's all about systems. You got to create systems. These things either are all or nothing. You just do it or you don't. And what we do is every new patient that comes to our office gets something in the mail after their first visit. They usually don't get it before their second visit, but they will get it in the mail. So what ends up happening is they get a letter welcoming them to care in our office and what to expect. Chiropractic could be something completely new for a lot of people. So it's a great introduction to what to expect from chiropractic, but it's just a letter saying, healing takes time. Thank you for choosing us. What a great opportunity. Here's $5 to the local Starbucks or whatever coffee shop. Go enjoy coffee, relax. It's on us. And we'll see you next time. And that's pretty much an introduction. They get something in the mail. They're opening their mail. What this does is sets precedents for any type of direct mail marketing you do in the future. They see that logo again in the future. Are they going to throw that out, or are they going to open it up? They're going to open it up. People don't think about this. So the thank you is nice. We usually get a nice touch from everybody from that. They're like, oh, thanks for that. I really appreciate that. No problem. And in there is like 2 gifts of health as well. And in the letter, it says, this is how you can refer to us right off the bat. So right off the bat, we're welcoming them to chiropractic. We're giving them something. We are telling them what to expect, and healing takes time, and how to refer to our office, because referrals are the golden ticket to any good business, right? So that's how we started. So we set precedents to this. Now, in the future, if they do refer someone, they automatically get a thank you card. This thank you card goes out to them and it just says thank you. That's it. It's a nice card. It says thank you. They open it. Guess what? But our logos on it. They open it up. They're not tossing it out. It's handwritten. The address is handwritten, and they get it and they open it up. If they refer another person, we remember this. We keep track of our referrals. If it's another person, we go back and look like, hey man, this is the second referral. They're done in like 5 months. This is pretty nice of Sally to do this. Now we throw in a $10 gift card too. Maybe we've learned over those 5 months where their favorite coffee shop is, or what their favorite drink is, or maybe a smoothie place. Where we'll go out and get that. We'll go there, drive, get the gift card, and give it to them. It's a nice little touch. Might be another $10 Starbucks gift card, whatever. And it's like, thank you again. And if this continues to happen, well, they're probably a pretty cool patient, and we probably know a lot about them by now. Now we're sending them the things that they like, right? Maybe their favorite restaurant for $25, maybe they're $50, maybe $100 Target gift card. What is referrals worth to you? This is a no-brainer. And because it's arbitrary and because it's random, it's perfectly fine to do that. So you set precedents for this in your business. What a great thing to do that way. Any questions? Pop them up, and then I'll pop them up on the screen so everyone can learn. So that's the thank you referral system and the new patient referral system. This works really well. And in the office, it's table talk all the time. How to refer to our office. Here's 2 business cards. Tell your friends about us. And it's repeated all the time because referral marketing is the absolute best. Sometimes we fall back. Sometimes we take things for granted. Sometimes things are good and we stop doing these things. But create these systems. And a system would be, well, Enrico, how do we systemize giving out 2 cards to everyone? Well, you either do it all the time or you have 2 card Tuesdays. This is more for the doctors on the back end. If you have a multi-doctor office, say, hey guys, on Tuesdays or Thursdays, it's 2 card Thursdays. And then they just fill up their pockets with a bunch of cards and they give every client 2 cards. They say, well, what about Mike that comes in every Thursday at 3:00? Well, Mike's going to get a lot of your cards, I guess. It's okay. Don't worry about the 1 or 2 people that do that. It's randomly done. It could be one Thursday every month. It could be whatever you want, or it can be every Thursday. Stay punctual with this, and you'll see this stuff just naturally. You're putting that intention out into the world. The universe will provide. Do that and try it. There's abundance out there, and that's how you get it. And the way marketing has been going recently, I think we just need to get back to grassroots. I've been saying this since 2023. I'm like, guys, we're going to have to hunker down here. Inflation's out of control. Everything's costing more. It costs more per click. It costs more to hire help. It costs more for everything right now. It costs more to acquire a patient. The more people that are trying things on Facebook and Meta ads, the more expensive it's getting to just get a lead. And then the leads that you get are cumbersome. It's not a bad strategy. It's still one of the best strategies for marketing for its dollar value, but it's getting cumbersome. And we're sitting on a gold mine with our referrals, and we just don't cultivate that. Need to start cultivating it. If you haven't, if you watch this video, you're just going to get inspired to do this tomorrow in your office. Do it. You're going to see results quickly. It happens quickly. And it sparks some great conversations in the rooms as well. When you say, hey, did you know you can refer to us? Here's our business card. All you do is you tell them to call this number, and automatically we have press 1 or press 2 for new patients. They call, they push the button. We know what to do, and we're getting them in as a new patient. Just remind them to tell them you sent them. We'd love to know who the people are that refer to our office. So that's what we do. And I think that's what everyone should do. It's great. What are your business cards for? You might as well hand them out and see what happens over time. Another strategy with business cards, if you do get good at handing these things out, are these VIP cards. You can create them. We made ours out of metal. And I can post in the comments later it was a California company that made these beautiful metal cards with our logo. We have this tree. It was really nice. And on the bottom it said VIP. And on the back, just a simple instruction. Hang on to this VIP card and give it to someone who really needs our help. And people would leave that. Now, the thing about the metal card, it's heavy, hard to bend, hard to break, hard to lose. And they'll probably keep this thing. They either keep it in their car or their wallet, so they have it. And we tell them, when you pass this on to someone, we're going to know exactly who referred them because we only give out a few of these cards. And you're special to have this. So thank you for all the referrals. So every time you do this, we'll get this card. Mike sent them. This is awesome. And we'll give you the card right back. and you'll have the metal card again, and they're like, oh, that's great, and it's just the infinity wheel of referrals, and it works really well. And what a great marketing thing to have out there as well. This card that's indestructible, no one will really throw it out. It's a piece of metal. You don't just huck these things away. So that is a great idea as well. Having a VIP program in your office where people start to have a VIP experience, and then creating these systems. And you have to create systems. These ideas are all great. You go to these seminars, you get like all these great marketing ideas or any ideas, and then you come on Monday and you implement maybe one thing because there is no system behind how you're just going to start doing this in your office. So the system behind it is starting with this. That we are a referral based practice and we do mail stuff to you. With this digital world, we don't mail anymore. People don't open letters anymore. People don't get stuff in the mail. And if they do, it's all junk. So it's nice when they get the emails that are useful. It's nice when they get texts that are helpful, texts where there's a link and they push the button and they can book an appointment. And it's nice when they get things in the mail that actually are worth opening. A $5 gift card, that's worth opening. A gift of health, that's worth opening. Something from your chiropractor, it's worth opening. It's the chiropractor's office. That's what you want to. That's good marketing. Make sense? The power of referrals and how do you get them? That is how you do it in office. You're always sitting on a gold mine, whether you have a 30 visit a week practice or a 330 a week practice or a 1,000 a week practice. You're sitting on absolute gold mines on how to do this with your current patient base. It's absolutely fantastic. So try that. Just ask. If you need more new patients, ask. Make the ask. If you never make the ask, you'll never get the return. And we're just scared of the asks. But you look at any major company out there, big conglomerates that have to try and make sales, insurance companies, phone companies, any membership type gyms, they're constantly bombarding phone calls. We don't even pick up our phones anymore, but they still do them. And I always wonder, I'm like, if no one's picking up their phone, why are call centers still around? And I know somebody who owns one. Call centers in Canada, US, and Mexico is one of our patients. Great, gets contracts with big companies like Toyota. And I asked him, how are you guys still in business? He's like, dude, people pick up, of course they pick up their phones. If they didn't, we would be out of business. And they do. And as we get better at calling people and getting the right responses out of them and keeping the phone calls engaged, we know for every 1,000 phone calls we make, um, 91 people will pick up. Whatever it is, they know the math. So they're like, hey, listen, we got to get 100 phone calls, 100 people on the phone every hour. So they do the math and they're like, we got to make 1,100 calls every hour. How many calls can one call person make every hour? And they calculate and they're like, they can do 50. They times that by 20 people. And now they have 20 people on their staff making 1,100 phone calls every hour to get 91 people on the phone to talk to. There you go. That's how they do this stuff. They just reverse engineer it, and that's how you staff it. Now, of course, they have millions of dollars to do this stuff, and when they're making sales for whole life insurance, health insurance, all the things I told you about, the high ticket value is there to do that. So these people are going to pay a monthly return for a long time on this thing, whether it's health insurance or whatever it is, and they can kick back the return to the callers, but the callers are all paid hourly anyways, and they're typically not in the United States. So these are examples there. Now, why couldn't you do that in your office? Now, you can't even make 1,000 phone calls in your office because the patient base may not require that. Or if you did that, you would do it over a short period of time to get a recall system going. But these are all different tactics that we have to go back to. The reason why we don't do these systems or we create these systems and don't do them is because we don't want to do them. It is a factor of laziness. Danny Drubin, part of Master Circle back in the day, and he had a practice. He said three things. There's three things why you don't succeed. You're either afraid, you're either lazy, or you're stupid. I mean, that's the old school coaches, right? I like them straight to the point. And he's like, no one in here is stupid. You're all doctors. So number two or number one, which one is it? Lazy or fear? Drop whichever one it is. And believe it or not, I think they're tied 50-50. The fear of rejection, the fear of hearing no, that's absolutely there. I think it's there more so than the laziness. No doctors are really lazy. So do the things, and you can't do all the things. Pick the things that are congruent with the way you run your business. If you're like, man, I never mail anything. We barely have stamps. We don't mail stuff. We don't do that. We're all digital. We don't do anything. maybe mailing is not the way. Maybe you get really good at elegant emails and crafting that and keep trying it. But understanding that you may not get a result the first time, just like when you first start doing workshops, the first one that you do, you're not, it's not going to be the one that sets the record for your practice. It's going to be the ones that you learn from, and it's going to be the 10th or the 50th or the 100th workshop that hits it out of the park because you get a system going. So you got to just keep doing these things to get referrals. And then what about workshops? Let's talk about that. That's another great way to build referrals is workshops. Always invite people to something. Have something always going in your office. If you can create it reoccurring and the same on theme type type event or meetup or whatever it is, over time it will catch on into the community. Be like, hey, that's the place that gets together and has coffee and donuts every first Friday of every month. Yeah, it's the chiropractor's office, but he's got those whatever Sophie's Bakery donuts that everyone loves in town, whatever it may be. Of course, that's what you're going to go get, and that's what you're going to have is the best in town, right? And then that gets people there. Whatever the idea is, or you can systemically run workshops all the time. And you're the workshop place. You want to go learn stuff from experts? Like that's the place to go to. They're always running workshops, and you can learn a lot from there. And you cycle through and you pick the ones that are exciting in the community and get response. And that's how you learn from there. And they can be free. I mean, it's your time, it's an evening, and it's an email blast to your community. It's social posting. You can boost it. I guess it costs a little bit of money if you want. You can run ads if you want, or you can create an Eventbrite or a meetup using third-party websites to promote it for you as well. There's people just looking for things to do and workshops to go to. So they sign up on those things. They pick their favorites, movies, health and wellness, this and that and that. So when you tag your workshop as a health and wellness talk, it shows up to all those people in that list, and the ones closest to you may actually find you for your workshop. All right, questions. Do you have a text/email campaign for workshops invites to get them to register and then get reminders and follow-ups? Do you have a text/email campaign for workshop invites to get them to register and then get reminders and follow-ups? Do you have a campaign? Yeah. I'm just thinking an automation campaign, probably not, but do we have a text email campaign for workshops? We do. We create them based on the workshop. So I'm just trying to get your question register and then get them reminded. So hey, this is how I do it. When we do a workshop, we create either a Facebook event or an Eventbrite. Either way, they'll overlap and do it the same way. Then the campaign becomes an email campaign. The email campaign will come out two emails a week. We'll usually start 3-4 weeks before and start emailing, say, hey, this is the workshop. This is the shareable link. Here's the link. Show them about our workshop. And we'll have either a landing page about it, either on Eventbrite, sends them straight to Eventbrite, tells them more about the event. And then we'll have a text campaign as well, where you can blast the entire office, Rolodex of people about the event. You can do that. As long as you use like Trackstat or Sked or Review Wave or whatever it is, they'll allow it, and they can batch it out so that you don't create any red flags. So yes, you can do that. Now, do you have a copy and paste one? I think that's your question that I can just send you. These ones have to be quite unique, especially texts. Texts, you want to just make sure you're saying it in your tone and keep them short and sweet with the URL to the Facebook event page or the Eventbrite page. I'm just giving you 2 examples. There's many different ones that you can use. So that one, and remember when we do marketing to not bombard the text. You can bombard email. Very few people may unsubscribe, but email, people usually just ignore. They're like, I don't have time to unsubscribe. So you send that stuff out. And if you use savvy programs like MailChimp will just be good at making sure that the subject lines are changed all the time and reminding you to put in different subject lines. So don't be scared to bombard your lists about this. But copy and paste templates and copy and paste campaigns, I'm not a fan of, because once you change the subject on the workshop or once you try and change the event, the templated stuff isn't useful and not easy to you end up building it from scratch anyways. So, but if you do the same workshop over and over again, then it's fantastic. Take your time, build a good email sequence, save it, and then the next time you do the workshop, bam, 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 you just copy, 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 and all you have to do is go in there and change the date of the workshop. That is what we do for like neurodevelopmental workshops, any reoccurring workshops that we do that. Just found that the text blasts, you don't want your current patient base to put you on the DNS, do not contact. Um, because then you can't text them their appointment reminders. So I'm just a little weary about that. Good. That was a good question. Perfect. Yeah, just go back to referrals, especially this time of the year, focusing inside the office, taking the pressure off your marketing department, which is you, taking the pressure off of you to always be pumping out marketing. Uh, it's funny through my 16 years is when I do a bunch of marketing, I get new patients coming in from that. Once I get burnt out of doing all that marketing and I stop and I get lazy, right? I'm not stupid, lazy or fearful, lazy, I get referrals. And then we stay around the same amount of new patients every month. I'm like, how are we just staying around the same amount of new patients every month? It's because you're always attracting. So it depends where your energy goes. So it's not me being lazy by stopping my marketing, is that naturally when I stop my marketing, I'm focusing more internal. And when I focus more internal, my table talk gets better because now I have the time with the current patients that are in there. We talk about some cool stuff. Do this, do that. And literally it's happening right now. This is an inspiration for this. Like I've noticed this just in August. Like people are like, I got to get my husband in here. I got to get my daughter in here. I got to tell them about, and they're just like today I had like 12 people, 12 different people. I have to get my boyfriend in here. I got to get, and I was grabbing my Google cards. I'm like, here, leave us a review, but please leave a detail about this story. This is amazing. One treatment and you were hobbling in here and you're better. You got to tell that story. And then I'm just telling them what to say. Like, yeah, I got to tell my story. It's great. Yeah. I'm like, the 5 stars is great. It's just not good enough. No one's going to read that. I don't care about the 5 stars. I care about your stories. Your stories are what tell people, oh, I can go there for a hip issue. I can go there. So this is conversations I was not having 2 months ago. I was funneling through our $49 decomp leads that are coming in, looking at x-rays, trying to get them on the decomp because I offered them the decomp. I'm like, okay, well, your x-rays, it looks safe. You got a little bit of a spondy. I don't know if decompression is really for you. We shouldn't decompress that. And, or they're clear. I'm like, let's try it. And it was no focus about referrals or anything like that. So then we kind of ease off, or the ad just naturally kind of burns down a little bit. And we have this little lull, and we're like, referrals are coming in. People are calling and booking in. All the pregnant moms are coming in. So this is how this stuff works. So always recenter yourself. Don't take for granted all the people that already come in and love you. I think just naturally, we know that they're there because they want our service and they want to get better. And once we deliver that, we've done our job. But why can't you just ask? I ask for so much stuff now. After all these years, I ask for anything. If I know what they do, I ask them. If they run a business or a service and we need them, like, by the way, do you do residential? They're like, yeah, hey, could you come to my house? Like, I don't even know if they're good. They know I'm good, but they're my patient. And I ask them this stuff. And guess what the ask does? They're like, yeah. And they'll send my team out tomorrow. Like, and you get like instant service. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Didn't even have to Google or read reviews. They were there. So that's the power of interaction, getting back to in the office, getting back to that. I don't know if anyone else feels that way after, 10 years of practice where you kind of just are spread everywhere because you've tried everything. And so just getting back to that, I thought this was just a wholesome kind of topic. But is there any other questions about marketing? So 2 to 3 weeks out, get them registered by sharing the topic and highlights for the event. Then what if they registered but didn't show up? Would you send them notes or highlights of what they missed and then invite them to the office to get checked or discussed? Yeah, absolutely. So we create 3 email funnels for after. We have an automatic placement for people who attended, people who signed up but did not attend, and for all the other people that were interested but didn't sign up. So we have these 3 funnels. They're about the same. Once they're triggered into those email campaigns, they now get emails. So the people who showed up are guaranteed the ebook. So they get the ebook in there, they get all the stuff we talked about from the office, and kind of reference on how to become a new patient. Like, this is what you do. Here's, like, I think one of them is even the paperwork. Like, here's the paperwork, just fill this out, book a time, we'll get you in, and we'll honor that $99 offer we gave you at the workshop. The people who did not show, be like, hey, sorry we missed you. Can we keep you on our email list for the next workshop? Please reply yes or no. Gets them engaged. Most of them say yes. I had one lady miss 12 workshops over 3.5 years, and she finally came into one, and then her kid got started. Like, your kid could have been helped 3 years ago. Anyways, long story short, so that's the power of that. And then there's a sequence for those people who didn't show. You could offer that. Hey, by the way, you missed the offer that we gave at this time. It's going to expire August 30th. We just wanted to. I know things come up. We didn't want you to miss out on this. If you still want the information, I'd be more happy to give that to you. But if you wanted to take advantage of this and actually become a patient in here and get to the root cause, here's the $99 offer extended to you. So yes. You can keep doing that if you like as well. And then the third one is just for people who are just interested. Then you just keep them interested. Here's the ebook. Here's the information. Here's a slide, my favorite slide from the PowerPoint that talks about the Krebs cycle. Yeah, bore the shit out of them. Whatever. And you just send it to them about that. So you keep them engaged. And again, you spread those emails over time. So the engagement happens as a trickle effect over time. So if you do a workshop about the gut, leaky gut, and you do that twice a year, I would create a 6-month email sequence where the last emails that are showing up closer to the next workshop, remind them, hey, stay tuned for the next workshop. Would you like more information about the date and time? Please reply yes. And that's the last one. So the people that all say yes, your staff is responding to them being like, oh yeah, it's going to be 3 weeks from now on the 21st of October. And then hopefully they click the link and sign up for that one. And then just rinse and repeat. So you pick your winning workshops and you do that. It's daunting at the beginning, but once you build these things, it's rinse and repeat. I'm so grateful I did this 7 years ago. So great, because now it's just so easy for our team. And I can sit here and teach other people how to do it because I have it, because I did it. So just do it. Just do it. You don't have to coach people later. You can just run a practice. Good. Any more questions? What other marketing questions do you have? Did that spur any more referral marketing questions? Any other idea? What do you do for referrals in your office? Those are my things. What do you guys do? Maybe somebody else does something cool that I will start tomorrow in my office. Why can't I learn about this? That'd be kind of neat. So what do you do for referrals or to stimulate referrals in your business? These are great ideas. Put them in the comments. I'd love to share them with everyone else. And let me know. Good. I don't think I can see let me go to Facebook for a second. I don't think I can see the Marketing 101 group. They changed their things here. I used to be able to stream right to the channels, but then they blocked groups. Okay, good. Everyone's on YouTube. Sweet. YouTube it is. All right. Good. Anything else? I try and keep these, 30 minutes. It's late on a Monday. But what a great way to start your week and just trigger some new ideas, because then you can implement them tomorrow immediately. Implement them. Increase your table talk. 2-card Tuesdays. Tomorrow's Tuesday. You're going to give everybody you meet tomorrow 2 of your business cards and tell them how to become a new client or a new patient in your office. 2-card Tuesdays for the rest of your career. 2-card Tuesdays. And if you have associates, how many cards are going to go out on those Tuesdays? Like 2, and there's 4 in our office. 2 times 4, 8. 8 cards for every person that you see. That's amazing. I mean, the volume that gets out there. Where do they end up? In the landfill. Let's be honest, they do. We print these thick cards. I can send you that. It's a triple thick card, which is hard to bend. It's almost like cardboard. And those are our business cards. We do that on purpose. Again, people are always sitting there trying to peel them apart because they think they grabbed 4 business cards. Just another tactic when they grab it to just not throw it out, to have it for a little bit longer. That little bit longer can make a little bit of a difference. It's an extra $10 for a box. Not a big deal. Anything that you guys do that I should do? I know some of you guys are great out there, what you do. But yeah, I think we take it for granted. I do. I know I'm the worst. I take it for granted. I've been blessed. I've been lucky. I got done well. And I take it for every time. Some days I'm grumpy. I'm like, why am I grumpy? Why am I grumpy? It's because I'm human. But yeah, that's it. Don't take what you have for granted. These people love you. Your patients love you. They love you immediately. not over time, immediately. Even the grumpy ones that have like the resting bitch face, they love you too. It's just if you and all you have to do is make the ask, and it just changes things when you make the ask. Asking people for that vulnerability just makes you human, which is great. Brings you down to the same level as your patients, so or your clients. Great. Every Monday night, adjusting success, adjusting your success for your success. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are all super awesome. Tune in every week. Be part of the Marketing 101 group. Listen to the podcast, subscribe, like, share, do all these things. It just gets out to more people and it keeps you in the loop. When you subscribe, you won't miss. You get notifications. Oh, it's Facebook Live night. You're busy with the kids, you skip it that week, or the podcast comes out every Friday, it dings on your Apple podcast and you're like, oh, maybe should that title's pretty sharp, I'll listen to that one. We try and keep those 15-20 minutes. We try and keep this 30 minutes. And then the Marketing 101 group's got tons of stuff in there. The stuff I talked about today, the gift of health, we call it the Starbucks letter that we give to our new patients. It's all in there under the files for free. Click, download. It's in Word document. You take out Dulce Corey and you put in, Smith, your name, and it's yours. Just take it, run with it, and do what you want with it. All right. Any last questions? Have a great week. Keep doing what you do.